Welcome to One Book, One Review.
There is no beginning. I've tried to invent one, but it was a lie, and I don't want to be a liar. This story will end where it began, in the middle, a triangle or a circle, a closed loop with 3 points. At one apex is a paranoid lunatic, at another is a lonesome outcast. Kurt Gödel, the greatest logician of many centuries, and Alan Turing, the brilliant codebreaker and mathematician. Their genius is a testament to our own worth, an antidote to insignificance, and their bounteous flaws are luckless but seemingly natural complements, as though greatness can be doled out only with an equal measure of weakness. These two people converge in history and diverge in belief. They act out lives that are only tangentially related, and deaths that are written for each other. Inverted reflections. They are both brilliantly original and outsiders. They are both loyal to reason and to truth. They are both besotted with mathematics. But for all their devotion, mathematics is indifferent, unaltered by any of their dramas. Gödel's psychotic delusions, Turing's sexuality. 1 + 1 will always be 2. Their broken lives are mere anecdotes in the margins of their discoveries, but then their discoveries are evidence of our purpose, and their lives are parables on free will. Against indifference, I want to tell their stories. Don't our stories matter? I shouldn't even be here, but some things you can only get to in the most awkward ways. Even if I try to hide it, to lie, the truth is, it's still me telling this story. The unsorted catalogue of biographical facts provides nothing without stories with their dents and omissions, and sometimes outright lies to create meaning that just won't emerge from the debris of unassembled facts. Because some truths can never be proven by adhering to the rules. So this whole story about truth is a lie. The liar says, this is a lie. I am that liar, the third and final point in the triangle, the weak link, the wobbling hinge, the misaligned vertex. I am meant to carry on from the previous point and give over to the next. But I don't know where to begin. I am standing on the street in a city. I'm going to catch a train. There are people streaming in all directions, and one old woman strolling. Will any of us be remembered? Do any of us matter? This story about truth and logic leads to atheism and mysticism, to despair and suicide, to the future, our past, to the present. So here's the starting point, as arbitrary as any because logic doesn't unfold in time. It exists forever in the past, dictating how the universe began, and forever into the future. Our fate already written by the inescapable rules of logic. We can enforce chronology because the linearity of time helps. It gives us roles in the script, a place to start and to end. So here I start, in Vienna. It is the year 1931. This place is as good a place. This time is as good a time as any. Hey everybody, I didn't know how to do a review for this book. That's why I chose to read you the first chapter and tell you why I bought it. It was a combination of ignorance and curiosity. As usual, I picked it up for its cover and its weird title. But reading the first chapter was what really got me hooked. I really liked the narrative voice and what was said about truth and lies. You know that I like it when the way the story is told influences the story that is told. And the two crazy mathematicians were just an extra treat for me. And that's where ignorance came into play. Kurt Gödel and Alan Turing were real people and not just fictitious characters. Which is really interesting, as they are just as intriguing characters as they were geniuses. This book shows scenes of their lives, not claiming to be true, but closely based on their biographies. So this is where Janna Levin plays with the truth of storytelling. What I liked best about this book were the discussions that Gödel had in Vienna. The idea of such a circle and the conversations they had were inspiring and thought-provoking. Now I won't claim that I understood everything, but the concept they had of truth and Wittgenstein were fascinating. The book focuses on their productive years, mentioning the professional steps they took, but rather concentrating on their weird behavior than their successes, accumulating what led to their decline and death. This is not an easy read, or an action-packed one, but it is an interesting book. I enjoyed the narration all the way through, and I think upholding these two characters was a clever move, as it made for a really interesting story. Once again, this book was not at all what I expected, but I'm glad that I found it. Thank you all for watching and have a very nice day. Bye bye.